Welcome back to Technology YouTube channel. So, AMD's launch event has been over and we got major details regarding some stuff. And the launch of the new GPUs were not that it was great, but the star of the show was something else, which they had just started out, and we all know what it was. We never guessed what it was, but it's something interesting for all GPU owners who use AMD as well as Nvidia. I will tell you about it later. But first of all, this released 7800 XT and 7700 XT, and they said like this completes the entire portfolio of RX 7000 series. So basically, RX 7000 series includes RX 7900 XTX, 7900 XT, 7800 XT, 7700 XT, 7600 XT, and yeah, there were rumors that there will be 7500 XT, but we still don't know about it. But yeah, 7800 XT and 7700 XT are launched and they are pretty nice, and yeah, everything about those GPUs looks pretty nice. As you can see on the screen here, this is the GPU how it looks like, and judging from the GPU it looks like a dual slot card, and the frame size and everything looks slim, and it has two 8-pin power connector, which is a nice thing to see. And 7700 XT was also launched, and they are touting it for 1440p gaming, and yeah, it looks pretty nice. And also the leaks were spot on for RX 7800 XT and 7700 XT. 7700 XT 54 compute unit, 54 ray accelerator, 108 AI accelerators, 2171 MHz game clock, 2544 MHz boost clock, 12 GB GDDR6, 192-bit interface, 18 gigabits per second, 48 megabits of infinity cache, second gen, 2.1 DisplayPort, AV1 and a hardware encoding, and 245 watts total board power, while 7800 XT 60 RDNA 3 compute dies, 60 gen ray tracing cores, 120 AI accelerators, which is nice to see, 2124 MHz game clock, 2430 MHz post clock, 16 GB GDDR6, 256-bit memory interface, 19.5 gigabits per second memory speed, 64 megabytes of infinity cache, same DisplayPort 2.1 support, AV1 hardware encoding, and 263 watts board power. And this looks pretty nice. And the RX 7700 is set to go against RTX 4060 and 4060 Ti, 8 GB and 16 GB, while 7800 XT is set to go against RTX 4070, as you can see on the screen here. And yeah, judging from it, they give more bandwidth for high resolution gaming, which is to be seen over here. But performance is everything, and they give us some first party benchmarks. As you can see, when compared against RTX 2070 Super, it looks bad. They should have compared with 6700 XT, but yeah, Radeon 7700 XT and 7800 XT is clearly the better when you compare it with RTX 2070. They're clearly superior, and they did it with FSR on and off both. So overall, it looks pretty nice, but they should have compared with either 6700 XT's previous generations or equivalent RTX 4060 Ti and 4070, which is bad to see. But they also gave us some benchmarks for 4070 12 GB, while RX 7800 XT 16 GB, and here you can see most of the games you get an increase up to 23%, whilst in some scenarios it loses. But when you compare it with RTX 4060 Ti 16 GB variant versus 7700 XT 12 GB, though it is fast in most scenario up to 30%, that memory might be a bandwidth, because RTX 4060 Ti comes with 16 GB, while 7700 XT comes with 12 GB, so memory might cause an issue. But overall, it looks pretty nice. And the launch price for 7700 XT is $449, 7800 XT 500 bucks, 549 in Europe, and 489 for 7700 XT in Europe. Looks nice, and these are the average benchmarks and average 1440p FPS in max settings, which they had seen. We still need to wait for first third-party benchmarks and stuff. But the star of the show was they launched they will launch HyperRX, which is similar to GeForce Experience, where one click and it optimizes your game for Radeon Boost, Radeon Anti-lag, and super resolution. So it is similar to NVIDIA's GeForce Experience, and when you turn it on, it decreases as latency and stuff. And also they said same things about Fidelity FX Super Resolution, FSR 3.0, and they said like FSR 1.0 and 2.0 are available in 300 games and more. And FSR 3.0 will be having most future support because it will come with Immortals of AVM, Space Marine 2, Starship Troopers, Frostpunk 2, Black Myth Wukong's Forspoken. Forspoken is already available with the update Cyberpunk 2077 Squad and Crimson Desert like a dragon and stuff. But FSR 3.0 they showed us with 4K FSR off, we get an average 53 frames per second. But with 3.0, it's due to frame generation and stuff, we get 85 frames per second. And they since it's an open source, it might be available for RDNA 1, RDNA 2, RDNA 3, and mostly NVIDIA GPUs also. So let's just see how it is implemented. But AMD's most of the solutions are open source, so they might be available for other GPUs. As you can see, there will be an incredible partner support for FSR 3.0, but it looks nice. And if past is to be seen, like FSR 2.0 is supported by NVIDIA GPUs, then NVIDIA GPUs and lower end RDNA 1 will also be supported for FSR 3. We just need to have more details regarding it, and I will keep you updated regarding it. But yeah, FSR 3.0 is launching, and if it launches for low end GPUs like RDNA 1 also, then frame generation is available, should have been available for RTX 20 series also, which Nvidia didn't do it. But yeah, that's it from me today. What do you think about this stuff? Sound off your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will meet you in the next one. Peace out.